Meet John and Susan. John has worked for the federal government for 30 years and is 58 years old. Susan works as a sales rep for a local technology company and is 55 years old. John's current salary is $125,000 per year, while Susan earns $150,000 a year plus an average of $25,000 per year in bonuses. Together, they bring in approximately $300,000 per year for their household. They have 2 children, Stephen and Nancy, who are both college graduates and living independently and gainfully employed. John and Susan are happy about their children's success thus far in life. John and Susan own their own home in Gaithersburg, Maryland. It is currently valued at $750,000, with $300,000 currently remaining on their mortgage. Together, they have $1.1 million saved in their investment portfolio, including $250,000 in cash that is yielding very little in interest. But they seem to have no investment strategy whatsoever. They also have no long-term care insurance. They have no life insurance, and they have done nothing for estate planning. John and Susan feel like they have done a good job so far of managing their assets, but they do have a few concerns about the future of their retirement and don't feel like they can do it all on their own anymore. Their primary concern is to be able to live the lifestyle they want to live in retirement without running out of money. While they have done well saving, neither John nor Susan knows how much more they need to save before they can quit working. John would like to retire as soon as possible, while Susan is okay to keep working for a while as she enjoys it and her job is relatively stable. They would like to know when is the ideal time for them both to retire. They know that John will draw a pension, but the amount will vary depending on when he quits, so they would like a concrete plan to help them determine how much longer he should work as well as what his pension amount will ultimately be. They also both recognize that long-term care insurance is important, as they have seen high expenses incurred during retirement by some family members, but they're just a little bit confused as to how long-term care works. They're both concerned that they don't have an estate planning strategy. And even though their children are responsible, they also wonder if it would be best to leave money to them outright or if they should put it in a trust. First and foremost, Ivy League worked with them to create a comprehensive financial plan, especially focusing on their cash flow needs in retirement. We determined what John's pension would be at several retirement stages and ran scenarios to determine their best strategy for taking Social Security. We also analyzed how long Susan would have to work to build their retirement savings up to the point that they could sustain the lifestyle they want to live while retired. From that analysis, we came up with the targeted retirement age for both John and Susan. This removed the uncertainty and doubt that they had been harboring and allowed them to visualize their upcoming retirements. We also developed and implemented a diversified asset allocation plan which supported their overall financial planning goals. By reallocating their investment portfolio, John and Susan were able to feel comfortable about their potential growth without sacrificing their safety net. Since they didn't have any life or long-term care insurance, we also worked with respected insurance professionals to obtain quotes for low-cost insurance policies, and then helped them through the process of purchasing those policies. John and Susan were pleased to know that since we don't sell any insurance products, our recommendations weren't biased on our need to earn a commission. We also went with them to work with an estate planning attorney to draft and execute the appropriate documents, including wills, revocable living trusts, durable powers of attorney, and advanced medical directives. We also worked to establish a trust for their children that would protect them from creditors as well as from mixing their assets with future spouses. John and Susan now have peace of mind over their financial situation and are following a plan of action to begin the retirement that they both desire. They rest easy knowing that their legacy to their children is protected, that their assets are now working for them in a proper allocation, and that they're now protected from any long-term illness expenses eradicating their retirement savings. They couldn't have done it without a step-by-step plan from Ivy League financial advisors.